Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Happiness depends upon ourselves. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsion, habit, reason, passion, desire. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Friendship is a single soul dwelling in 2 bodies. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger. We become just by performing just actions, temperate by performing temperate actions, brave by performing brave actions. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Nature does nothing in vain. The end of labor is to gain leisure. We are most likely to learn from those we admire. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. All men by nature desire knowledge. The law is reason, free from passion. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. No great genius has ever existed without some touch of madness. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. One swallow does not make a summer. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure but to avoid pain. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. The more you know you don't know. It is not enough to have a good mind, the main thing is to use it well. Man is by nature a political animal. Those who know, do. Those that understand, teach. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Change in all things is sweet. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons.